Have you ever been called grand when you clearly weren't? Have you been told you're too much, too dramatic, or that you're making a holy show of yourself just because you showed how you felt? Maybe you've been told to toughen up or cop on, and so you started to feel a bit of shame. You started to think there was something wrong with you, that you needed to build a wall, go cold, and stop feeling so deeply. But I need to tell you something today. You aren't dramatic. You aren't exaggerated. You just feel deeply in a world that has gone numb. And in a country like ours, where we're taught to just get on with it and keep things under wraps, your sensitivity isn't a flaw. It's a gift. We live in a time where people are terrified of being vulnerable. They hide their pain behind a joke or a grand thanks. They put on a mask and keep moving. And when someone actually cries, when someone is moved to their core, when someone can't just shrug it off, they're treated like a problem to be solved. But the problem isn't you. The problem is a culture that has taught us to be ashamed of our own hearts. A world that says feeling is a weakness, that tears are a loss of control, and that being sensitive is a liability. You grew up believing you had to be different, that you had to throttle your emotions just to fit in. But listen to me, feeling isn't weakness. It's the highest form of courage. Because in a world that's faking it, you choose to be real. And that honesty, it's powerful. If you're the kind of woman who feels things in her bones, who carries the weight of the room when you walk in, then this video is for you. If you're looking for a space where it's okay to be yourself, without the judgment, then hit that subscribe button and join our community. We speak the truth here with heart and without shame. Let's talk about what's actually happening. You experience life in full color. When you love, you're all in. When you're hurt, it's a physical ache. When you're happy, it's like the sun coming out after a week of Irish rain. It overflows. There is nothing wrong with that intensity. The issue is that the people around you often aren't equipped for that kind of honesty. They've been trained to swallow it down and keep the peace. When you express what you feel, it startles them. Why? Because your transparency pokes at the wounds they've spent years trying to ignore. So the labels come out. You're too sensitive. Don't be so soft. You need to grow a thicker skin. And you start to believe them. You start to apologize for existing. But remember this. Even Jesus wept. It's right there in the word. When he lost his friend Lazarus, he didn't offer a polite nod and move on. He felt the grief. He showed the pain. He didn't hide it to look stronger. He is our greatest example of what it means to be fully human. So why should you hide? Why should you be ashamed of a heart that God designed to be open? You are made to connect, to empathize, and to love without a safety net. In a world that teaches us to stay guarded and cynical, your softness is a radical act of beauty. It's uncomfortable for others because it shows them what they're missing, the ability to live truly without fear. Now, let's be honest. Feeling this much is exhausting. I know it hurts. You don't just feel your own life, you pick up the vibe of everyone else. You walk into a kitchen and know instantly if there's been a row. You talk to a friend and feel their sadness as if it were your own. You carry bags that don't belong to you. The tragedy is that no one taught us how to manage this. No one told us that we can care without carrying. You can love someone deeply without letting their storm drown you. You might have grown up thinking you were the fixer, the one who had to save everyone and keep the family together. And when you couldn't fix it, you felt like a failure. But you are not responsible for everyone else's happiness. You don't have to carry the world on your shoulders. God gave you this sensitivity to be a light, to bring comfort and empathy, but He didn't give it to you so you could be consumed by it. You need to learn the word no. It's a holy word. You need to put up some fences. Your heart is a garden, not a public park. Not everyone deserves a key. Some people won't handle your heart with the care it deserves, and that's okay. You just have to be selective about who you let in. Find your safe people, the ones who don't call you dramatic, but call you sister. And if you feel like you haven't found them yet, know that God sees every tear you've shed in private. He understands the things you can't even put into words. There is a reason you were made this way. It isn't a mistake of nature. In a world that looks away from pain, you are the one who looks toward it. You see the person standing in the corner of the room who feels invisible. You notice the crack in someone's voice when they say they're fine. You feel the grief that others are too busy to acknowledge. That makes you an instrument. You can bring peace where there is chaos. You can offer a hand where there is only judgment. The world desperately needs women who haven't let life turn them bitter or cold. Yes, it will hurt sometimes. To love deeply is to risk deeply. But you will also taste joys that guarded people will never know. You will have connections that are real, deep, and life-changing. In the end, God doesn't waste a single drop of your sensitivity. He uses your tears to water the seeds of your purpose. He uses your empathy to heal others. He is molding you into exactly who He needs you to be. So don't you dare try to harden your heart. Don't you dare try to be less. If you've watched this far, I want you to know you are incredibly strong. It takes zero effort to be cold and cynical. It takes immense strength to stay soft in a hard world. Don't let anyone's notions about how you should behave define who you are. God made you a feeler, a lover, and a seeker of truth. And He doesn't make mistakes. If this spoke to your heart, please subscribe and join us. We need more voices like yours. And if you're with me, I want you to leave a comment below with the phrase, "My heart is my strength." I want to see who you are and let you know that you aren't walking this path alone. You aren't dramatic, you're real, and the world is better because you're in it.